Picture the moment the noise stops. The grid is down. The chaos has settled into a terrifying silence. In that moment, when it is just you standing between your family and the unknown, your bank account balance doesn't matter. Your status doesn't matter. The only thing that counts is what you are holding in your hands. Is it a showpiece? Or is it a lifeline? Most people, maybe 99%, get this completely wrong. They think survival is about spending thousands on the flashiest, most complex gear. But here is the hard truth that the industry hates to admit. You do not need a custom-built, high-dollar precision machine to survive the apocalypse. You need something that fires when it is covered in mud. You need a machine that works when you are starving, exhausted, and running on adrenaline. Today, we are stripping away the hype. We are breaking down 8 specific, budget-friendly AR-15s that are built for actual disaster scenarios. These are not toys for the gun range. These are tools for survival. Number 8, Radical Firearms AR-15. Let's kick this off with a controversial pick, but one we need to talk about. The Radical Firearms AR-15. I am going to be brutally honest with you right now. This rifle represents the absolute flaw of what is acceptable for a reliable AR-15. It is the entry point. Radical has carved out a massive name for themselves by doing one thing: delivering functional reliability at a price that almost looks like a mistake. What are you actually getting? You are looking at a standard 16-inch carbine gas system, a basic military specification trigger group, and EMFA feed ramps. It is lightweight, coming in at just under 6.5 pounds. The barrel features a 1-to-7 twist rate. Why does that matter in a survival situation? Because it means this gun can stabilize almost any ammo you find, from cheap 55-grain scavenged rounds to heavier 77-grain defensive loads. It is a no-frills fighting tool. But here is the specific reason it makes the SHTF list. Parts commonality. Every single pin, spring, and bolt in this rifle follows standard military dimensions. If the world goes dark, being able to scavenge, trade, or repair your weapon with standard parts found in other rifles is a superpower. Now the reality check. Because this is a budget rifle, quality control can fluctuate. Some come out of the box perfect, others might need a gas block tweaked or a bolt carrier staked properly. If you choose this route, you must inspect it. You must run rounds through it. Verify it with your own hands. But for someone trying to build a survival battery on a shoestring budget, this platform works. It leaves you with cash in your pocket to buy what actually matters: ammunition and training. Because in a fight for your life, your skill set will save you faster than a brand name ever will. But what if you could take that budget philosophy and refine the execution? That leads us directly to the next contender. Number 7, Palmetto State Armory PA-15. If you walk into a room of rifle builders and ask about budget reliability, one name is going to dominate the air: the Palmetto State Armory PA-15. PSA didn't just enter the market, they completely disrupted it. They proved that you could bring military-spec manufacturing to the civilian market at prices that were unheard of 10 years ago. This machine ships with a 16-inch barrel and a phosphate-coated steel finish. That finish is crucial because it resists corrosion. When you are out in the elements, dealing with rain, humidity, and neglect, you need metal that fights back against rust. Like the Radical, it has a 1-to-7 twist rate and weighs roughly 6.5 pounds. It is light enough to carry on a 12-hour patrol without crushing your stamina. But here is the single biggest prepper advantage of the PA-15: volume. So produces millions of parts every single year. In a collapse scenario, availability is king. While high-end boutique manufacturers might have parts that are impossible to find, PSA parts are everywhere. The PA-15 uses completely standard components from the bolt carrier to the trigger. You can fix this gun with parts from virtually any other manufacturer on the planet. And don't let the price fool you. We aren't guessing about durability here. There are independent torture tests documenting these specific rifles running past 10,000 rounds with barely any cleaning. That isn't just luck. That is workhorse performance designed for when you cannot afford a click instead of a bang. However, reliability can go even deeper. What happens when a company with 75 years of history enters the chat? Number 6. Ruger AR-556. When a giant like Ruger stakes their reputation on a budget rifle, you need to pay attention. They didn't just slap this together. They built this rifle using the same cold hammer forged barrel technology they perfected with their legendary Mini 14 production lines. The 16-inch barrel comes with a 1-to-8 twist rate. This is a sweet spot, delivering consistent accuracy across a massive range of ammunition types. But the real upgrade here is the gas system. Ruger utilizes a mid-length gas system. Why should you care? Because a mid-length system provides a smoother recoil impulse than the shorter carbine systems. Softer recoil means the sights settle back on the target faster. In a high-stress defensive situation, the speed of your follow-up shots dictates whether you win or lose. It weighs 6.5 pounds and ships with Ruger's rapid deploy folding rear sight. Even if your optics fail and batteries always die eventually, you have robust iron sights ready to go. Here is the hidden survival advantage most people overlook: the supply chain. Ruger has an established infrastructure that is massive. In a long-term rebuilding scenario, Ruger firearms are going to be ubiquitous. This is a company that has survived bans, economic crashes, and industry shifts. They build tanks, not toys. The handguard is basic plastic, which limits where you can put lights or lasers compared to fancy rail systems. But ask yourself this: is your priority looking cool, or is your priority having a weapon that functions? If you value function, the Ruger is not a compromise, it is a calculated choice. But what if you want a proven track record from the streets? Number 5. Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport 2. This rifle answers a very specific, burning question. Can you get law enforcement grade reliability for a civilian budget price? The answer is a definitive yes. The Sport 2 comes with a 16-inch barrel and a 1-to-9 twist rate. This twist is optimized specifically for the most common 55 and 60 grain ammo you find on store shelves. It features an armonite finish, an incredibly tough coating that provides exceptional corrosion resistance in brutal environments. Now, to hit this price point, Smith & Wesson originally removed the dust cover and the forward assist. Some people panicked, but here is the reality. Extensive testing by police departments has shown that in actual urban use, those missing parts rarely, if ever, affect reliability. Weighing in at roughly 6.5 pounds, it is agile. The modern versions ship with a handguard that includes M-lock rail sections, so you can mount a light without adding the heavy weight of a full quad rail. But why trust it? Because of real-world validation. There are countless sheriff's departments that issue this exact rifle as a patrol carbine. When an agency trusts the lives of its officers to a platform, that speaks louder than any marketing brochure. Documented torture tests show these rifles pushing past 15,000 rounds with only basic maintenance. For a survival scenario, the Sport 2 is a laser. It delivers consistent accuracy out to 300 yards. That is the realistic engagement distance you need to worry about. It eats everything from cheap steel-cased Russian ammo to premium brass without choking. Now, let's pivot to something that brings a different flavor of engineering to the table. Number 4. IWI Zion 15. Number 4 is where Israeli engineering collides with American manufacturing. The IWI Zion 15. When this rifle dropped, it shocked the entire industry. IWI brought decades of experience in military small arms design, lessons learned in actual conflict zones, and applied it to a budget R. You get a 16-inch chrome moly vanadium barrel with a 1-to-7 twist. This thing is built to stabilize heavy defensive projectiles, the kind of rounds you use to stop a threat instantly. But the magic is in the feel. The mid-length gas system is paired with IWI's specially tuned buffer system. The result? It shoots flatter and softer than almost anything else in its price bracket. Less recoil means you stay on target. It means you are faster. Unlike the previous rifles, this one ships with a free-floating aluminum handguard. This isn't plastic. It features M-lock mounting points everywhere. You are getting a level of modularity that usually costs hundreds of dollars more. It is slightly heavier at 6.7 pounds, but that weight comes from robust, battle-ready components, not useless bulk. For SHTF applications, the AR-15 is for the marksman. This rifle consistently shoots tight groups, 2 minutes of angle or better with quality ammo. That translates to practical precision out to 400 yards in trained hands. When you have limited ammo and you need to make one round count at a distance, that accuracy is priceless. Can a rifle under $1,000 really compete with the premium tier? The next one proves it can. Number 3. Springfield Armory Saint. The Springfield Armory Saint earned its stripes in the competitive shooting world before survivalists realized what a gem it was. Springfield engineered this rifle with a very specific philosophy: locate the common weaknesses of budget ARs and eliminate them. The 16-inch barrel features a melanite finish. This provides twice the corrosion protection of standard phosphate. That is a massive durability upgrade. It uses a 1-to-8 twist to handle the full spectrum of ammo types. But the secret weapon here is the Accutight tension system. Have you ever picked up a cheap AR and felt the upper and lower receivers wobble? It feels cheap. It affects accuracy. Springfield included a tension screw that eliminates that slop entirely. The result is a rock-solid platform that feels like a single piece of steel. You are getting near-match grade performance from a standard trigger group. It weighs just over 6 pounds, lighter than most on this list. It comes with exclusive furniture from Bravo Company Manufacturing, or BCM. BCM gear is legendary for handling hard use better than standard generic parts. In a survival situation, ounces equal pounds, and pounds equal pain. The Saint excels in extended carry scenarios. Whether you are patrolling your property or bugging out on foot, the lightweight reduces fatigue. The reliability, born from a properly tuned gas system and tight receiver fit, means this gun runs. It just works. And if you thought that was impressive, wait until you see the engineering marvel at number 2. Number 2, Aero Precision M4E1. Forget everything you think you know about how budget rifles are made. The Aero Precision M4E1 rewrote the rulebook. This rifle doesn't just bolt parts together, it changes the architecture. It starts with Aero's integrated upper receiver. On a normal AR, the handguard clamps onto the barrel nut. It can shift. It can rotate. The M4E1 uses a proprietary mounting system where the rail bolts directly into the receiver itself. This creates a monolithic, continuous platform from the stock to the muzzle. That design eliminates a major failure point. It improves accuracy by reducing harmonic interference on the barrel. You get a 16-inch barrel, mid-length gas, and a 1-to-7 twist. It weighs 6.6 pounds. But the differentiator is the machining. Aero receivers are cut from forged 7075T6 aluminum on CNC machines that hold tolerances tighter than military requirements. You are getting custom shop precision at assembly line prices. It ships with the Atlas handguard, slim, light, and lock solid. No wiggle dot, no shift. The lower receiver features a flared magazine well. In a high-stress reload, when your hands are shaking, that wider opening helps guide the magazine home faster. For SHTF reliability, Aero's reputation is the gold standard. There are countless precision shooters who build 1,000-yard rifles on Aero receivers because they are dimensionally perfect. That same precision, applied to a fighting carbine, translates to a machine that runs flawlessly. Which brings us to the king of the hill, The rifle that took the #1 spot for one simple, undeniable reason. Number 1. Sig Sauer M400 Tread. The Sig Sauer M400 Tread stands alone at the top. Why? Because it brings military contract-grade reliability straight into the civilian survival world. Sig Sauer builds weapons for elite military units across the globe. The M400 Tread is essentially that pedigree, simplified for you and me. You are getting a 16-inch stainless steel barrel with a 1-to-8 twist. It features a mid-length gas system pinned to a low-profile gas block. Translation? It eats everything. Whether you are running a suppressor, shooting dirty steel case ammo, or mixing random loads you found in a drawer, this rifle cycles. It is perfect for a chaotic world where you don't get to choose your ammunition. It sits at 7.1 pounds. Yes, it is a little heavier than the bargain bin options, but that weight is pure muscle. You get a rigid, free-float M-lock handguard ready for lights and lasers. You get fully ambidextrous controls, crucial for shooting around barricades or if you are injured. And it comes with SIG's Match Duo trigger, which breaks cleaner and crisper than any standard trigger in this price class. But here is the real winning edge: DNA. This rifle shares its mechanical DNA with the M400 variants issued to law enforcement agencies. In over 30 states, it uses the same bolt carrier design, the same manufacturing standards. When entire police departments trust their lives to a platform every single day, that is not marketing hype. That is proof. In a total collapse scenario, the Tread hits every single metric that matters. It is dependable even when maintenance is neglected. It is accurate at real defensive distances. It is modular enough to adapt to any mission. And crucially, it is compatible with standard AR-15 parts for field repairs. Yes, it might cost a few dollars more than the absolute cheapest option. But you have to ask yourself, what are you really buying? You aren't buying a hobby. You are buying an insurance policy. When everything falls apart, this is the rifle you want in your hands. There you have it, 8 budget AR-15s. 8 rifles proven to handle the worst-case scenario without destroying your financial future. Each one of these options leaves you with enough money to buy the things that actually keep the gun running: ammunition and training. Because remember, the best survival rifle in the world is the one you know how to run under extreme stress. I want to hear from you. Which of these rifles surprised you? Did your personal go-to setup make the list, or did we miss it? Drop your SHTF choice in the comments below. The real-world experience you guys share is what drives this community forward. And listen, gear matters, but your mindset matters more. Budget smart, train hard, stay ready for anything. Before you click away, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell. You do not want to miss what is coming next. We are going to break down the specific optics and accessories that turn these budget rifles into complete survival systems. If you are serious about being prepared, you need to see that video the second it drops.